welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've got some newborn care for you guys, some newborn hacks, some newborn tips, and just everything that you guys need to help you survive the first few days with your newborn. Let's just jump into today's video. The newborn phase is like a fourth trimester. They like womb-like environments. They like to feel wrapped up, so swaddling is excellent. Baby wearing is brilliant. It takes babies about 5 minutes to actually fall into a deep sleep. So when you're moving them positions, once you put them down, they're probably a little bit awake. So what I used to do was just lie her on her side and tap her back like a heartbeat until I knew she was asleep. Sometimes it took a little bit longer and you're standing there like this, oh my God. But it did work, and I could then gently roll her back onto her back, and it just gave me a little bit of time before the next feed, burping, nappy change, and the whole cycle starts again. Night times can be really hard with newborns, so what I suggest is getting a nighttime pack ready. And what I used to do was put nappies in and wipes and a change of clothes and anything that I might need right there next to my bed. You have a night light as well because you're going to want to see baby in the night. Then you don't need to go running around and opening drawers. Just have everything for the night time right there ready, because it makes it so much easier. And I would also recommend layering your mattress in mattress protector sheet, mattress protector sheet, and then if you do have some spit up or a little bit of poo explosion or wet, then you just take the first layers off and you don't have to be changing bed sheets in the middle of the night. White noise is also brilliant for helping babies to sleep. When Hope was born, I had a little white fan, and sometimes we wouldn't even have the fan on us because it was June, it was quite warm, but I'd just have it on, pointing at the ceiling, just so I had the white noise. So the more content baby is in the day, usually the better they sleep. So if you can baby wear in the day, if you can get them out into fresh air in the day, do lots of sensory with them. I can see like this far from birth and then further and further and further. They love black and white contrast as well. They will love looking at books and listening to your voice because that's what they've heard all through your pregnancy as well. Baby's poo changes from their first poo. It is black and sticky meconium poo, and then it will start to turn like a dark green, and then it will go to a mustard colour, and it continues to change as your milk changes. So your baby should have at least 6 wet nappies a day and at least 2 poops. If they don't poo for 24 hours, then they're usually constipated. So change your baby's nappy as soon as they are wet or dirty to avoid nappy rash. You really do not want them to get nappy rash. Luckily, mine have never had nappy rash, so I'm really lucky. They've had a little bit of redness around about when they start teething. That's a whole nother ball game, but for now, just change the nappies as soon as they're wet. They're really good now, nappies these days. Most of them have a little yellow line that will turn blue when baby is wet to let you know. Another hack for nappies is to either cut a slit in each side of the nappy so you can fold it down to avoid it rubbing on the cord. We used to just cut a V or a little slit in the nappy to avoid the nappy rubbing on the cord. If you have a baby boy, you know that they will wee as soon as you change their nappy and the air hits their bits. So a good tip that I used to do was wipe over their tummy just before I was to change their nappy. The cold wipe on their tummy made them wee. So dirty nappy caught it before. So you've got hand puppets or toys, or you've got older children that can sort of entertain or try and just distract them while you're changing their nappy, try and make it a nicer experience if you can, because it will register. You're going to change a hell of a lot of nappies over the next few years, so if you can sort of put a little bit of positivity into that experience, it will register. All you need to do is keep the cord dry and try not to let it be covered in the nappy. You can either cut a slit down the nappy or cut a V, or even just cut 2 slits and fold it down. So the cord is free. Sometimes it can catch baby's vests and you'll have a little bit of either blood or some stickiness, but don't worry, just keep it clean with cotton wool and water, and dry as well. Don't overstimulate it and press too hard because you can actually stimulate growth. It's gross, I know. I only actually learned that the 3rd time around this time, and I was like, whoa, okay. But to avoid infection, you do need to keep the area clean and keep it dry as well. So let it dry out. It will usually fall off within 5 to 6 days, but it can take longer and it can come off within a few days. It just depends how long it takes to dry out, and yeah. So bathing your baby for the first time is such a lovely, lovely experience, or it cannot be. They might not like it. If your baby doesn't like it in the bath, it might be because it's a new feeling to them. Yeah, make sure that the temperature of your water is correct as well, not too hot, not too cold. And actually wrap them up in a muslin cloth or a swaddle and slowly get their arms out as they relax in the bath, so they get used to it. So you're sort of unfolding them in a way if they don't like it, just to introduce them to it. Or you can just top and tail for the first few days, which is what I usually do until the cord falls off. If you're trying to bath your baby and you're pulling their arm up, they will instinctively pull their arm down because they want to be like this. They don't like being like this. So a good hack is if you actually put your hand underneath their elbow and push up. You don't have to do it hard, but it just helps you to lift baby's arm up, and then you can wipe in their armpits so they're all clean. Always wash your baby's hair last so they are not cold. I always used to just bath the baby and then I would get them out the bath wrapped up in the towel, and then I would have them in like a rugby hold and wash their hair separately over the bath, because you could tip it over and you're looking at them. And just because I didn't want them to get cold as well, and you only need a tiny bit of product. The less products you use, the better, because babies are so sensitive. Babies can have really dry skin, especially if they are overdue as well. So what I like to do is I use coconut oil, and I did like baby massage and everything just where she was dry. And like the boys, they said olive oil with the boys, but they always broke out in spots. And sometimes it can block the pores as well, so I wouldn't use too much, just enough that you can just massage a little bit and you can move freely. So many benefits to baby wearing, and it just gives you a little bit of sanity. You can do your makeup, you can do your hair, you can cook dinner, you just have a little bit of freedom again, and you know that they're right here and they're safe. Obviously, you know, practice safety when you're baby wearing it as well, and make sure that they're not too hot, because you can increase the risks of SIDS. But actually baby wearing reduces the risks of SIDS because they are close to you, they are upright, it's good for reflux as well. There are so many benefits, I could list them all, but if you go back and watch some of my older vlogs, cringe, I wore Hope so much when she was little, and I always baby wore the boys as well, especially because I had 2 under 2, so I really needed my hands free to chase a toddler around when I had a newborn and cook dinner and all of that. Whether you choose to bottle feed or breastfeed, that is totally up to you. It's your choice and there is no judgment here. My channel is a positive channel and I do not want any nasty comments on this. They will be deleted and no one will see them, so please don't waste your time. This is all about supporting each other as moms and parents, and I honestly don't have much experience with bottle feeding, so I would love for you guys to leave comments if you do have experience and you have tips and things that can help other moms out or dads that are choosing to bottle feed, because I don't have experience, so I can't really talk on that. So if you could leave it in the comments, that would be lovely. For the first 3 days, your baby will have colostrum from your milk. It might look like, oh, there's no milk there, oh, they're not getting anything, I don't feel any milk, I don't see any milk, how do I know if they're getting enough? You will know if they're getting enough or not through their wet nappies, their dirty nappies. Babies' tummies are only as small as a marble when they are born. Some are even smaller, some are bigger. Obviously it ranges because not every baby is one size. And usually your milk will come in about day 3, and what happens is your milk supply comes in, your breasts come up and out, and they will be really hard and full and engorged. And they can be really tender to touch as well. Also delivered with a huge truck of hormones, so you might feel quite weepy and just really emotional, but you've been through so much. Just take it easy for the day, don't plan to go out. It's quite hard actually, because I'm pretty sure that the appointments in the UK are usually about day 3 or 4 for like hearing tests and things like that if you need to go back into the hospital, which I don't know why they do that, I really don't. but don't plan to go anywhere. If you can keep visitors away, then keep them away and just chill for the day or until you've got through that phase. The best thing to do when this happens is to let baby feed as much as possible and really make sure that they empty the breast. I think I always tell moms to do is get in the bath and relax. It's really important to relax so your milk can flow, and just really try and hand express. Want to use a breast pump, you can pump and make sure that the milk's stored correctly, and your partner could give the baby a feed if you wanted to, or you could just want to stock up on milk. Going out can seem so scary with a newborn, but keep it short and sweet the first time that you go out. It might usually be an appointment, so you just want to go there and go back. Don't plan to go and see friends and family. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves, but if you're organised and you keep it short and sweet, don't go too far either, and always be prepared and organised. If you know you're going to plan a day out the night before, then get everything ready the night before and you will feel more, okay, we're ready, because you don't know if you're going to have a good night's sleep or a bad night's sleep. It's not up to you anymore. It's up to baby. Winding your baby is just as important as feeding your baby. If you don't get the wind up, it can go down and it can be so uncomfortable for baby. They can be really fidgety. They can draw their legs up in pain, and you're just not going to get a night's sleep. It's really hard because it's so tempting when they fall asleep, when they're fed, to just think, oh, we'll just put them down, because they don't look like they're windy. Always wind them, because there is a lot of sugars in breast milk that can be quite gassy, and if the wind does go down, then the best thing to do is lie them on their back and do the bicycles with the legs, or you can sort of like, I'll sort of show you, I'll put some clips in if I can. This will really help them to just pass the wind and get it out. Baby massage is excellent for wind and trap wind, and just for bonding and everything really. Once your baby has finished a feed, always keep them upright for at least 10 minutes. Just accept help and know that it's okay to accept help. If visitors come round or family come round, let them wash up, walk the dog, or you know, like, give them a list of things. Ask them to pick up some bananas or some bread or some milk, or if you don't want to ask them to do things, a sneaky little tip would be to write a list of things that you need to do, put it on your fridge. They'll see that and they might do them for you. Let people help. They want to help. If they say, do you need anything, tell them what you need. It's not cheeky. They will love to help, and it will help you out too. The sooner you see to your baby's needs, the more content they will be that you will see to their needs, so they won't cry as much. I know it can sound silly, but if you can just get to them before they get to the I'm really hungry stage, or they're overtired, if you can just get ahead of yourselves and just always be prepared for everything, it's just that will see you through parenthood. Is get ahead of it, be organised, even through to their teens. Trust me, just don't leave anything till the last minute. I know it's really tempting because you think, I'll just have 5 more minutes. We'll just leave them 5 more minutes. But it doesn't work. You always end up regretting it. So just get ahead of yourselves and be organised. And my last tip is, do not suffer in silence. If you're struggling, reach out. Call family, call friends, even get on some online chats. And as new parents as well, if this is your first baby, I really recommend and find moms and parents that are going through the same thing that you are. Just get on Instagram, get on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, or go to some baby groups if they're opening up soon. Hopefully they will. But make new friends, because you change when you have a baby, and so does your life, but all for the better. It is tough, so hang in there. It's just a phase and you guys are going to be fine. So let me know your tips and tricks and hacks and any advice to new moms or dads in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.